Hello, I don't think this is on yet, so I will try that again in a second. Oh, there we go. We are actually there.
Yeah, you're live. Yeah.
It wouldn't be a rock show without some technical difficulties to start off with. So, hi, Raph. How is it going there?
Hey, I'm not too bad. How are you doing? How's everything going?
Everything is awesome as normal. As you know, we are. It's just been really, really busy. It's always busy, and there's been some interesting news over the last week, which we're going to go through. So, first of all, Raph, have you managed to do any gaming on anything at all this week?
I managed to play some Marvel Avengers again this week, so that was good. That was a good time for me. I'm actually really enjoying that game. There's a lot of things to do in it. What about you?
Oh, yep. I've played some Avengers. I dusted off the old PlayStation as well, and I've played some Pro Evo this week as well. And I'm just going to shout out everybody in the chat here. We've got Akuma Assassin, we've got Eddie Player One. We've got Ray, we've got Chris as well. So thanks for joining. I know Eddie's going to be shooting off shortly because he's going to be live streaming the PlayStation conference. I'm looking forward to that as well. I wouldn't be. I think we have to shout out Rokk as well. So Rokk, everybody's thoughts are with you at this moment. I know you're going through some stuff. I'm not going to delve into what all the things are. What's going on, but I think everybody in this community is going to support you over the next couple of weeks and months. So keep going.
Definitely.
So let's see what we are going to talk about. We've got some breaking news as we're on here. The PlayStation conference is 40 minutes long later, so it's just a 40. So it's going to be just 40 minutes of the PlayStation conference. So we're going to kick this off as it is a cloud gaming show with some cloud gaming news. So this week, we start from last Thursday, and with that, we're going to start at the Ubisoft conference, and we're just going to go through what all was announced. First of all, Ubisoft started off that they're going to make some changes internally, and they're going to try and be more inclusive and diverse, and just all the bad press they've been getting over the last number of months. But they kicked off the show with a game which is dear to our hearts in the Stadia community, which is Immortals Phoenix Rising, and they gave us a good walkthrough of that and showed some gameplay. And what actually came out after this, Eddie is going to be famous now. He is now in a game, and his adventures in Phoenix Rising have actually been put into the game, saying that it looked like it was all this all looks familiar. So what did you think of Immortals Phoenix Rising, Raph?
Sorry. I'm really looking forward to this one. I think we'll probably get a bit more into the surprises that they kind of threw at us, but this is one of the sort of games I'm sort of looking forward to. This looks like a closer resemblance of a Battle of the Wild sort of game, so I'm definitely looking forward to this one.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one as well. My only issue with it, if Uplay Plus isn't around when this launches, I'm a bit worried about when I'm going to pick this one up, because there's just so much stuff coming out over the next couple of months. It's just unreal, the amount of games, especially the Ubisoft games on Stadia. There's just so many of them. Yeah. With this game, it looks like it's a mixture between Zelda and Assassin's Creed, so I'll just make that a bit bigger there, and that's what she said. I think it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, and I will be picking it up. It's just when I'm going to be picking it up is the question.
Yeah, I was hoping it'd be a bit more like. Have you ever played Shadow of the Colossus?
I have indeed.
Yeah, I was hoping it would be a bit more like that with the title God of Monsters, but it looks like they've kind of gone like a different route. towards it. Yeah.
Yeah, what it looks like, it's. I think they wanted to make something slightly different, and I'm going to say this here. I think they took a fair bit of assets, we'll call them, from Assassin's Creed Odyssey and changed them slightly, like what they sort of did with Far Cry Primal, because this is something different. So I think it's a AAA game, but I think they've I'm not saying cut corners. They've just made things a bit easier for themselves as just to get this out as a new IP. But I am excited to see where this is going to go, and so this gameplay, it's just for me, this looks like it's a game. It's like I am going to want to play and play a lot.
Yeah. Do you think that a lot of companies are trying to go sort of the Nintendo route, just because it kind of looks and feels a little? I can't say it feels, but it's a bit like a Nintendo game, the same way that Splash Damage has kind of gone for a Nintendo-y sort of Outcasters with the sort of not cartoony graphics, but sort of family-friendly graphics, I should say.
I think there's a number of reasons why they maybe went for this. I think Rokk has brought this point up a couple of times as well, and that is cost. Because as we're moving into the 4K, it's a lot cheaper.
Okay.
To actually go this sort of route, so we might actually see an increase in these sort of games going forward. And I do see some merit in that, because the game costs are going through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, good shout, Rokk. Good shout.
Yeah, that's a great shot, Rokk. But we don't want to talk it. You know what it's like. We don't like giving Rokk credit. But I do see some merit in that. Also, I think it's just maybe just playing with something else just to see how things can go. I think there's maybe just lots of reasons. I think going with this more cartoony sort of look maybe open some doors for them as well. To just trying to make the game look a bit different to what else is in their portfolio of games. Maybe trying to get some of the Nintendo crowd in and get them to try some of their games. So yeah, I think it's quite interesting. But here's the thing for you as well. Everybody says this is like Zelda Breath of the Wild, but where did Breath of the Wild get most of their some of their ideas from? Assassin's Creed with the towers and some of that. So the gaming industry borrows from everything. So yeah, I am looking forward to this game. The next thing was Prince of Persia. Unfortunately, this isn't coming to Stadia at this moment in time. That doesn't mean it won't come in the fullness of time. But at this moment, it is not coming to Stadia. I would say it's likely going to GeForce Now.
Okay.
This game has me intrigued. Did you see anything about this? The Riders Republic?
Oh yes, I did see this one. This one that's really good. You know what? I love open world games, and this is like an element that I've never thought they would kind of go into, like an open bike game. So this one definitely has me interested.
Yeah, for me, this has got me interested as well, because it reminds me, or I think it's Steep Mark II. I think whatever they've learned from Steep, they're putting it into this game. And it looks like this could be a long game. The 50, I was going to say 50 car race, and just got rid in my head. The 50 races or bike races you can have. We'll have to wait to see if that is coming to Stadia, because in the small print it said current gen is getting 20 and next gen is getting 50. Stadia is flirting between the two at this moment in time, so let's hope they're going to go to the 50 mark. But I think this could become a big crowd play favorite, and a lot of community games if this coming up. I can see.
Would you be surprised if they had their own sort of limit mode where it went to maybe 100?
Oh, Stadia pushing out to 100. Oh, you can't rule it out. But I definitely want to see more of this. This was a big surprise for me. Did you play Steep at all?
I did not.
I played Steep for a wee bit, and I like the concept, but I just couldn't really get into it. But with this, it seems a bit more accessible for me. It looks like there's bikes, so you can do this, and you can just jump straight into it and have a great laugh. But I'm really interested to see how this is actually going to pan out in the coming months, because I think we're going to hear a lot of this game after Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed launches. So the next game is Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the game, the complete edition. So I'm going here. Here comes the confessions. Here, Scott Pilgrim. I haven't got a Scooby-Doo about him.
Never.
No,
not in the slightest.
Not in the slightest. I just know the name, and that is about it. I know there's a movie as well, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't even watched the movie, so there you go. Get the slagons in for me here.
Let me give you a little rundown, real quick rundown. This is based on the movie. So he has a girlfriend, and then this new mysterious girl comes into town, and he wants to go out with this girl, but he's got to defeat all of her exes before he can actually go out with her. So yeah, the 7 evil, I think it's 7 evil exes. So he's got to defeat all of them before he can go out with her. One of them is a movie star, which is actually Chris Evans in the movie. Then you have one that's super rich. Then you have one that's like a complete full vegan. So he gains superpowers. It's a really good film. And I can see how they put it into a video game. And this game actually was supposed to come out, I think maybe 2 or 3 years ago, but it kind of just died down for a bit because I don't think they got the rights for it. So obviously they've come back fighting bigger and harder. So I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah,
and it was a nice surprise to see the logo.
Yeah, I was surprised to see the logo there as well, and it was a nice surprise because there was a lot of Stadia logos during the event, which was really good. And what was the next one? Rainbow Six Siege. This is the tease of the Stadia community. We have seen it hinted at, and that it's coming to Stadia. I think it's actually been out there, that it's coming to Stadia, and then it keeps on getting retracted and things like that. Rainbow Six, is that your sort of game?
You know, I'm not too familiar with Rainbow Six. I've heard a lot about it, and I'm assuming it's a bit like I'm assuming it's a bit like what's that game called? I can't even think of the game, but I'm assuming you're in teams and you've got to defeat the other team online.
Like Counter-Strike, are you thinking?
Yeah,
yeah, it's a bit like Counter-Strike. You're in teams and you go around, and once you get killed, that's you out from the game for a bit. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's a really tactical game. It's the perfect game for Stream Connect, and it could open up esports for Stadia. This coming to Stadia would be amazing. And again, they're teasing with Splinter Cell in the game. Everybody wants a new Splinter Cell. We are getting it, and a new Splinter Cell was announced today, but it's going to Oculus. So there you go. Yeah, it's a bit of trolling there, but what can you do? And the next game, I know you're looking forward to this one, Watch Dogs Legion, and I think I seen you tweeting about Stormzy being in this as well.
Yeah, it's just nice. It's just nice to see a little bit of UK love, you know, just a bit of Stormzy, just a bit of culture, just a bit of the fact that it's set in the UK and then they've got actual artists from the UK. I think that's really cool. And Stormzy is obviously quite popular at the moment, so I think it was a great thing to do.
Yep, I am looking forward to this as well. Again, hurry up with Uplay Plus. We want that as soon as possible, so we don't have to worry and we can start planning for other things as well. But I think I'm right in saying that Watch Dogs is set in post Brexit Britain and all this sort of carry on as well. So I'm really intrigued on how this is going to play out, and the graphics look insane on it.
Definitely, yeah. It's one of those things that I think you can see today, where I think something dropped their specs. So Series M4, they dropped their specifications today. Cyberpunk 2077 is supposed to drop their specifications today as well, and it's just like we don't have to really worry about that sort of thing anymore, because it's just like all we need is a decent internet connection and then probably film that 4K. But it's just one of the things we don't have to worry, like, can my PC handle it? Can my phone handle it? Can my tablet handle it? You just know that you'll be able to play this game at the best that it could be played on a device that probably wouldn't be able to play it natively, which is quite cool.
Yeah, and you can play it on the go as well on your phone. So yeah, it's really, really. I'm really looking forward to it. Look at that. That just looks immense, doesn't it? It just looks like it's going to be absolutely mad beyond belief. The next thing in this. I was going to say the Stadia conference, because there was so much Stadia stuff then. It was Hyperscape, again, not on Stadia as yet. And so we can't really talk about that. What's actually missing from this is there was an update also to the Division 2, which a lot of people argue is the best looking game on Stadia at this moment in time. Basically, with that, it is going to be like you have to work up, I think it was 99 floors in the Division, and you have to reach the top, and every 10 floors or so, there's a boss you have to beat. It looks like it's going to bring more life into the game. Did you see that at all, or what?
I did. I love the idea of that. I'm just trying to think of a film that I watched that was quite similar to that. I think it was called The Raid, where this guy goes into a building and he's got to work his way through this whole building, and he just taking each of these like enemies out, and then he gets to a certain floor, and then there's like a boss. It's one of those films. It's a dubbed film, so if you guys do want to watch it, I definitely recommend it. There's not much talking because it is what it is, but yeah, I love the idea of Division doing that, the 100 floor thing, and just working your way to the top. That's definitely something that I would like put some time into.
Yep, it's the Division 2 for people who haven't played it. It's Ubisoft game. Any Ubisoft games, they just chuck in feature after feature and Stadia only features, and that has got Stream Connect on it, and it works really well. And what's really good with the Division 2 on Stadia, it has got cross-play with PC, which gets overlooked as well. So it's a game you can just jump in, and you're not going to have to worry about multiplayer issues at all, because it's got the cross-play, and people you won't have any problem getting into the game at all. Because there's just so many people about. More often than not, I have found a lot of people in the Division 2 have actually been helping me out. So, and that's just even complete randomers. So it's really, really good that way. The next piece of news for the week, boom, is Cronus Before the Ashes. Last week we got it sort of confirmed it was coming, but then we got some more pictures, and we also got a new trailer, which is completely and utterly bonkers, and I don't know what is going on with it, as you can see with this amazing clip here. As we thought, it's reworked of the VR game. We were talking about that last week. It was looked like it was going to be the VR sort of game, and it is as well. I just double check in the Remnant universe as well. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it's in the Remnant universe. But this trailer is makes absolutely no sense to me at all. It's just absolutely mad. But again, we know this is coming, and it's coming in the 1st, I'm going to say, the 1st of December.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep, 1st of December. So here's another game which is coming to Stadia, and we're getting swamped with games. Oh, we've actually got some gameplay here for like 2 seconds. And so, yeah, it's going to be another interesting game. Is it something you're thinking of picking up?
Yeah, I really enjoyed the Revenant from the Ashes, and if this is anything like it, and I think I like the art style of this one a bit better, actually. I like the enemies; they look really good. I haven't actually seen this trailer just yet, but it's looking really good. Yeah, definitely one that I would sort of pick up. I think
Yeah, like I said, it's a bit nuts. It's just the people in it. Just I don't understand what's going on. The next sort of piece of news of the week was Risk of Rain 2 has been confirmed for Stadia. I'm saying Stadia for some reason. Stadia. And Stadia will also be getting access to the new level early. So again, this is another piece of good news here that Stadia is going to get this game, and it's actually getting the 1.0 release, which means it's the full release because it has been in early access on the PC. This was actually announced during PAX. Was it PAX? It's one of the conferences at the weekend, along with Borderlands getting some updates as well. So, Raph, have you checked out this game?
I saw that it was announced, but I haven't checked it out. So this is my sort of first sort of glimpse at it. And I remember this being announced because I think it was just obviously none of us was watching the PAX Live because we probably didn't think it would be anything there. But I'm fascinated, or I'm in love with the idea of these games just popping up now, games that we haven't found on ESRB or PEGI or USK that are just sort of like completely announcing that these games are coming out. So I think that's cool. I like the idea of this game. The whole 4 people attacking this sort of giant boss. I really like games like that. Kind of because ever since I played, going back to Shadow of Colossus, those sort of games have always interested me. The sort of working together to take down this massive boss. So yeah, definitely looks good.
Yep. I'm a bit worried what's going to appear on my YouTube suggestions now because someone has been watching my YouTube suggestions, and as you can see, I have got completely weird. I've got like kid stuff, and then one of the teenagers was watching one of them "Don't Make Me Laugh" videos. So that is why that is like complete another nonsense there.
What's that one? Third from the top.
This one here. best Japanese commercials. So as you can, I think you can see which ones are mine. We've got the game streaming, and we've got all the games, and we've got like My Little Pony and stuff like that. So I do not know what is going on with my suggestions now. So there, everybody can make fun of me with that. So it's all good fun anyway. Next, I'm not sure if you realized or not, but Stadia is actually getting a first in Stadia. We're getting the new level is coming first to Stadia for Risk of Rain. Let me see if I can pause this here because I think it comes up here in a second. So it looks like Stadia. To see how quick
that's so quick.
Yeah, play Thunder Grove first in Stadia. See how quick it was.
Yeah,
but there we go. So we have a lot coming up as well. So we're getting some Stadia stuff. Yeah. Okay, the My Little Pony was mine, but I think it's actually the littlest. I think it's actually the littlest pet shop. To be absolutely fair. Because I think that's what's getting used up on the Mac up the stairs is the Littlest Pet Shop on YouTube. So there you go. The next, sorry, I've got a new mouse here, and I can change the DPS on it, and it's gone to really, really slow and sluggish, and it's a pain in the something. I'm not having a good day today. The next piece was yesterday, Uno and Hotline Miami were listed on PEGI. As we found out later in the day, which we're going to come to in a couple of minutes, Uno did come to the service, but Hotline Miami didn't. But it looks like Hotline Miami is due on Stadia soon. So I love the music in the game. I have played it before. What about you, Raph?
I haven't played Hotline Miami yet. I like the retro look of it. It reminds me of Grand Theft Auto 1. the top down view, which is pretty cool. But I just wanted to say about the Uno and the Hotline Miami thing. I think it was I know you guys do fantastic detective work and you discover all these things, the ESRB, but I love the sort of twist at 5 o'clock yesterday BST where we got Uno and then we got Relicta. Relicta? Is that right?
No, it was a game I actually discovered.
Yes, Republic.
Yep, it's the one
Republic.
I actually did.
That's it. Yeah, I like the sort of twist that we got where it was like, obviously it wasn't a twist to everybody else, but it was like a twist for people that were kind of following the breaking news, and then that game just popped up and you're like, oh, that's cool. It's not Hotline Miami. So yeah. You're on mute.
I'm always on mute. See, I'm just worried about me. I always put myself on mute because I'm always paranoid. I just don't like doing that, as you can see. So we also found out that Hotline Miami 2 was also listed as well, which was pretty cool.
Is it the collection that's coming? Or
I think it is going to be the collection which is coming, because if you're bringing both of them, you would make it into the collection, wouldn't you?
Definitely.
The next piece of news was Republic and Uno are now available.
Sorry, I jumped the gun.
Yeah, no, don't worry. That was all we're there. Like I said, we're nice and relaxed here, right? Everything's fine. Republic and Uno are now available. They're underpriced at $10 or £9 for Republic and £8 for Uno, which boggled my mind yesterday. Why were both of them were priced at $10 in the US, but we had different prices in the UK. But there we go. We also have got a big sale. So we'll start off Uno and Republic. You're happy enough that they've joined the service?
Yeah, definitely. I think Uno is definitely a great catch. And I know I shouldn't say this because of whatever reasons, but Uno is definitely a game that will go to pro. And I think that'll be a great game for people to play because Uno is amazing. I can't stress that enough. Definitely something that you should go out and buy if you can. I went for the Ultimate only because it's like £2 more. Definitely worth it. And then Republic, I haven't played yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's. I'm going to wait on both because if Uno doesn't go to Pro, I think it's bang on. It's going to be on a sale at some stage, and the same for Republic. I think that's nailed on for a Pro at some stage. If not, it'll be a big discount just down the line. So, and again, as Eddie has pointed out, we haven't had any Pro Ubisoft games. I think that's maybe because of Uplay Plus.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I think that is something to keep an eye on as well. It's I don't think we are going to get many Ubisoft games for the foreseeable future as a Pro game, but as a Pro discount, absolutely. Speaking of discounts, do you see that? I actually made a segue. That was something going on there. And here is the interesting thing here, which we will maybe dig into slightly. Most of the sales this week are for non-Pro members. And there are actually quite a few games here. And remember, I forgot actually to bring this up in the news. On the news, you no longer have to subscribe to Pro to get access to Stadia. We actually had that announcement during the Ubisoft conference as well, where Big Phil came out from hiding and he said to access the demo, which we completely forgot about, the demo for Phoenix Rising. You just need a Gmail account to access that. So I think that we're now going to be starting to see the push of not just the Pro membership, just the standard one. So I think this sale here is the start of that. Having a look down there, it's unfortunately, this is me. I'm just going to say it. Unfortunately, it's the same games all over again because, as we know, we're we're building up the library, but some of the discounts there are quite tasty. And if you're a new Stadia user, remember you can get £10 off this as well, or $10, because I think that offer is still ongoing. Is there any of these games which you're thinking of picking up?
I think I own them all. I think a lot of these games are some of the launch games. I would say most of these are the launch ones. I would say, yeah, except for like Monopoly and maybe Breakpoint. Although Breakpoint came out like a month after. Yeah, I think most of these are launch games. So I probably own most of them already. What about you?
Yeah, I would be the same. The only ones I am semi-tempted with are... Okay, I'll just go through it. I've got Assassin's Creed, I've got Borderlands, I've got Darksiders. I've got Get Packed, I've got Grid, I've got Monopoly, I've got Tomb Raider, I've got Red Dead, I've got Shadow, I've got normal Tomb Raider, I've got Ghost Recon. So for me, what I would actually be tempted about would be Lara Croft Temple of Osiris.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
And I've got sucked back into Grid, so I'm semi-tempted for the Ultimate Edition of Grid and Trials Rising, just to complete the set as well. But the only thing that's putting me off Trials Rising is because of Uplay Plus, and I think I may wait until Uplay Plus comes to actually play that game. So for me, I think this is the start of the big push to just getting rid of the pro requirement. So I think it is definitely something to keep an eye on going forward, is how many games are actually getting discounted now without having to have pro, and the pro is just like an additional one, sort of like what's on PlayStation, where there's the normal sales and then there's the PlayStation Plus sales, which is maybe just a wee bit more. So it's just maybe something to keep an eye on going forward. And the next piece of news is I wasn't expecting this. Is Get Packed soundtrack is now available, and there looks like the Stage 5 update is coming soon. Nice. And what can you see there? It looks like it's going to be on the moon. I heard the rumors that Andy Morse is going to do a live stream of this, and he is going to be eating. He's going to get a button moon cake or something and just start eating that while he's playing this game. He's not going to be in the box anymore. So, what do you think about Get Packed? Are you happy to see this? Oh, and I'm going to throw something else in here. Do you think with this next update we're going to get crowd play for it?
Well, do you know what? All these crowd play and crowd choice and stuff like that. With stuff like that, I'm trying not to speak about it too much until we actually get our hands on it. And I'll tell you why. Because a lot of people kind of get in a bit of a uproar when we don't get these features, and then when it goes to people that most of the people in the community probably don't really know, they get a bit upset about it. So would I like to see crowd play come with it? I would love to see crowd play come with it. Do I think it will be there? It depends when it releases, because this could be one of Get Packed's ways of getting back into that spotlight. And I say this because they've been very quiet for a while. Like, even if you tweet at them, they used to interact with you and all that sort of stuff, but maybe they've been working hard on this update here to get you episode 5. So would I be surprised if it was in there? No. Do I think it's coming? Also no. That is my sort of safety answer there.
Yeah, it's. I'll stick my neck out, and I'm going to say yes, it is. I think they've been holding off for this, and they've been waiting for everything to go live. And as we can see, it's starting to go live now. So hopefully, we will find out that it is going to be coming crowd play is coming with that in the coming weeks or
Do you,
months.
yeah. Do you think once crowd choice has gone live with Baldur's Gate 3, you think everything else will most likely be live?
Yes, it has to be. Everything,
Okay.
everything has to be.
Has to be.
Has to be. I think it's all connected in, and I would say that the way I would say it is there hasn't been any public testings of crowd choice, and that is coming at launch on the 30th. But there has been public testings of crowd play, so that must be further along and safer. So I would say yes. I think both are coming shortly.
Speaking of tests, do you think we'll see a test soon?
Death by Chocolate is due out shortly, so we may see a test for a week or two in that, because that's got crowd choice. Because you've got you have to select your the villain or the killer. So we will have to see if that is going to come with that, and we know that is due imminently. If it's not coming tomorrow, it's likely coming next week. Or maybe the week after. I think we've got 2 Tuesdays, or could it possibly slip into the 1st of October?
Yeah,
we will have to see, because Death by Chocolate. Sorry, that's Death by Daylight. Yes, Death by Chocolate is what I call it, because I keep on forgetting the name of it. I'm hoping that. This is all coming, and it's going to be the perfect storm. As Ashes to Ashes says here, that's where Maria got the perfect storm from there. Sabrina, you play plus crowd choice all at the same time. It makes sense. I hope they do it.
Yeah,
I really hope they do it all in one sort of go. Because that is what they really need to do with what is happening in 20 minutes time. And all the other things as well. And we are going to be doing a live stream, as Rokk has just put in the chat there. We're going to be doing a live stream of the PlayStation conference after this as well. So I think there's just so many things going. So I'm hoping that they're going to do this big, was it the big night in, it's called, on the 30th of September, where they're launching Sabrina. And I'm hoping that Stadia makes a big splash there as well. Okay. And the last piece of news for today is Icasters have been doing a number of interviews today, and we were lucky enough to get one as well. And Icasters, I know you're really hyped up about this game. I have to say that we asked them difficult questions, and they batted them away with great success. So I think you can read between the lines in a lot of these sort of questions. They're enjoying themselves interacting with the Stadia community. If you haven't actually followed them on Twitter, I recommend that you follow Icasters and Trailer, because they are really good crack on that, and they're really interacting with the community, the blocked area, and all. And I know you've been interacting a fair bit with them.
Yeah, they're good fun. It's one of those things that you don't get with like other consoles, because they're so big, whereas Stadia is still quite a small community that's growing. So they have a better chance of interacting with us and kind of letting us kind of get our opinions and building those sort of relationships that you don't normally get to do with like massive companies. So I think this is really nice. The sort of interaction that we're getting from them is even better, because it makes you more interested in the game, and it gives you the chance to play something you probably would have never played.
Yeah, exactly. The next question I asked them was about are there going to be any crowd play and Stadia only features to it, and I think the answer is yes, but they're not giving any clues if you just read between the lines. But yeah, I think crowd play and crowd choice are a good possibility for that. What do you think, Raph?
Yeah, I think there's no way that they're making a first on Stadia game without actually putting any of the Stadia features in there. So I can see that. I can see crowd choice, crowd play, all that sort of stuff come into play.
I think the term for this one is only on Stadia. I think this
Yeah.
I think this is going to be their first only on Stadia, so this is not going to any other of the platforms. So you would think that there's going to be a lot of Stadia only features baked into this and essential to the game going forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And then maybe some added a bit later. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I was trying to trick them. As you can see, my follow-up question to that was, what have you taken any ideas of Stadia only features? And the ones they've been playing are Destiny 2, Wavebreak, and recently Super Bomberman, which is the perfect game for Stadia. Hint, nudge, nudge, crowd play. And they've been enjoying some of the other stuff. So, not much there, but we did get a couple of exclusive. So there's your exclusive screenshots. I think this one is interesting. What does that indicate?
You think of like sort of a battle arena sort of, yeah. That's like last caster standing sort of mode, which is the free for all. Yeah, definitely.
So looks like it's definitely a battle royale, and we've got some stuff. I know you'll be analyzing these sort of pictures to pick up on things because there is a lot to pick up on, isn't there? In this,
yeah, there's a lot of things to pick up. Yeah, so I won't break it down. Yeah, but I know this game is 8 players, so it's always interesting to just see what's actually going on. But I think in the top left here, you can see who killed who with what, and yeah, there's lots going on in this picture.
Yeah, there's 3 people still available. The countdown clock, the top right, ring closing, and what's that down the bottom left?
Yeah, lots of interactable objects, as you can see.
Yeah, so I'm hoping people will have a wee look at this and see what's going on, because I think there is so much going on there for people to actually analyze. What else did we ask them here? There's going to be more modes coming, basically. And I also asked, will you be able to play the game solo? And yes, you can. I was a bit worried there's going to be like not that much to do as a single player, so hopefully there's going to be lots of matchmaking, so you can just jump in, and they're actually saying you can just jump in and play by yourself as well. Also asked about the customization, because I seem to be pushing the customization. I can't even speak quite a bit, and it looks like there's going to be a fair bit. And we quick thing about some of the abilities here, which I know what you're like. You know what's going on here, and you've worked some of these out, haven't you?
Yeah, a lot of Yeah, it's more. I just want to know the names of each of these moves. That sort of
yeah. It's going to be something there. I've asked the question which a lot of people have asking, because I felt like I sort of had to, about the Icasters being different to the normal sort of games, and they just give the sort of thing. But they are going to go talk about that, and they're actually going to be putting a blog post out about that as well. And the next question I asked, is it something I'm actually a bit passionate about as well? I like finding out if there's going to be accessibility. I can't even speak. I like having accessibility options in game. It's something I'm getting more and more aware of as I'm getting older and just experiencing more out there. And I'm really glad to say that they are going to be putting in accessibility options, and they are going to be putting a blog post out about that, which is really, really good.
Yeah, that's always good.
Sorry, I was actually reading that on a different screen there, and also I think they're also going to be doing a blog post of another question I asked, which was about how to define about developing for the different screen sizes, because on Stadia you do have to develop for the different screen sizes, so you have to develop for your TVs, your computers, your phones, your tablets, and it's just to see what's actually going to be mentioned there. So I thought it was we've got some interesting details out from that, and I think it's may pique the curiosity of a lot of people as well about it coming closer up to launch. I do know that you're really looking forward to this game going forward.
Yeah. I'm thinking an anniversary sort of game.
Yeah, I have a feeling, and my feelings, as you know, are normally wrong. I think we're going to get something hinted at maybe on Thursday. So that's tomorrow, which is hard to believe that there may be something coming for Stadia, or people should check out this event in 2 weeks' time, because there may be some Stadia announcements there. Also, there has to be an anniversary Connect. Not Connect. That is a Connect. Stadia Connect. Yes. Because there's a Nintendo Direct tomorrow, so I think we are going to have to get into all that sort of stuff as well. So, yeah, I think we're going to get a lot of Stadia news pretty soon, because everybody is dropping news, and Stadia needs to be in that mix. So I think we will leave it here, because I think there is a lot of people wanting to get over and start watching the PlayStation conference, because that is going to be nuts. There, you can watch it with ourselves over on Cloudy, and I know Eddie Player One is also doing a stream as well, so you can check them out as well. So, Raph, where can we find you?
You can find me here every Wednesday.
Okay. And I am One to Escape on Twitter, and Cloudy with a Chance of Games on Twitter as well. So thank you all for watching, and have a good night. And I hope everybody gets what they want from the PlayStation conference tomorrow. I'm hoping for the PlayStation to be announced that it's going to be 50p, but I don't think we're going to get that. So thanks everybody for watching.
That's right. Guys, make sure you tune into Cloudy with a Chance to Gaming stream again. The link is in the chat. Make sure you click over now.
Okay.
See you guys.
Bye.